today, kind of late in the day, but I might replace the carburetor. It's not a real, just swapping it, it's not a real extensive process. Yeah, for the, let me get this camera here. For the, as you can see, you know, down in here, there's a little bit of rust here, not too bad, you know, all that is fixable. I mean, might get some new bolts and put some new bolts in there, you know, kind of section off, work on all this, steering components, the brakes, the brake lines, the cables here. Might replace this later. So I can't get an OEM Honda one that I know of, but this choke, it, you know, you have to hold it. The throttle itself, it seems fine. But all this needs to be cleaned off real good. A pressure washer would work good for that. Might think about replacing the boots. Said I might not, but I don't know. But it definitely needs washing. I can restore the racks. This right here could be fixed to where it don't rattle. These cables, I think I'm gonna have to replace them. This side of it don't look too bad. But I can get them's not too much. It's not real bad shape. It does need cleaning. This exhaust looks a lot better than the other one did. But in order to replace the cam chain, valve cover's got to come off. Replace the tensioners. Pretty sure the cylinder has to be taken off, which means I'll have to get some Honda Bond and a new gasket for the cylinder. This crankcase has got to come off. Cover. This got to come off. This got to come off. So I can pull that out. I take all these bolts out. They're not really rusted bad, as you can see. You know, one of the good things, you know, people talk about Honda 300s, you know, if they sit in a garage a long time and haven't been used, they look good. They usually have carb issues. And if the engine's been sitting a while, you might have issues inside the cylinder with the piston rings, because they've just been sitting there. But, for a long time. But, if it's being used, it's, you know, it's not abused. Like on a farm or something like this one, yeah, aesthetically, it's not beautiful. But she runs pretty good. Of course, these machines do. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty dirty. But it can all be clean. Where it needs a little bit of frame restoration can be done. If I get new fenders or something, I may repaint the tank. It's good on the inside. That's the important thing. It's good on the inside for it to be a metal tank. It's in really good shape. But yeah, I need to get in here. Shoot. Anyways, replace the carburetor. I got a brand new carburetor. Cleaning this one out may have been just fine, but I got a new one anyways. And I may clean the other one, like I said, and fix it up. Either keep it as a spare or give it to somebody that maybe don't, like I said, don't run theirs that much. But well, that's going to conclude it for this brief episode, I may include me installing the carburetor here in a little bit. I haven't decided when I'm going to do it today or not. It's kind of late, but so I'll see you again here next time on the ground. All right, we're back. Yeah, I got the new OEM. If you can see that, made in Japan. It's an OEM carburetor, Honda OEM carburetor. I got it in there. Had a little bit of problems with the choke cable here. There's just a little tricky little sucker trying to get it connected up in there. I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and try to. I got it rigged together, but for now, I mean, the main parts is all I gotta do is just go back in there and try to connect the choke cable back the way it's supposed to be. But as you'll see, this new carburetor. Enough with all that. I know my neighbors probably won't like that too much. But yeah, I got it. Got the new carburetor installed. Other than that little hiccup there, when you get it started, when you start it, it starts up good. We'll try again another good cold start tomorrow, maybe, Lord willing. But yeah, that choke cable I'm getting ready to show you. I'll make a little addition to this. And I'll show probably tomorrow, because it's just anybody else trying to install it. When you go to install the choke cable, that thing is a little tricky. I had to rig it together. It's okay. It's just missing one part. But it don't matter. It still functions as a choke. I just have to put another piece in there. But it has this little spring. And there's like 5 pieces: the needle, the spring, the cable connecting to that little piece there. I don't know what it's called. And the little black piece that screws into the carburetor, and a little metal piece. The cable goes through all this, and then just a little boot over the cable and those parts. But man, trying to get them together, that little spring, it just wants to bounce out. That's tricky. That's tricky. But yeah, so the carburetor does seem to make a big difference. I mean, I'll ride it up and down the street tomorrow, maybe, after I get that choke straightened out. Yeah, but once I got the fuel circulating through the carburetor, yeah, it starts right up. So that definitely makes a difference. I got the old one. I don't think it's in real bad shape. It just needs a good clean and new seals. I don't know if it needs new jets. We'll just take it apart. We'll look at it. We'll clean it. We'll restore it, rebuild it, and should run just like this one. But so it's getting there. So that'll be it for the moment. I'm gonna show you something else before I close this episode. But yeah, it's up and running. All right, so